Zeus, the god of the sky and thunder. In ancient Greek religion, he holds the position of the ruler of the gods on Mount Olympus. Given his paramount role in the Greek pantheon, multiple temples were edified in his name, but none could match the temple at Olympia. Within the temple walls, the magnificent statue of Zeus was erected. Every year, thousands of pilgrims visited the site to worship and marvel at this amazing work of art. Hi, I'm Karol, and you're watching Lendian TV. Welcome to another episode of the series dedicated to the 7 wonders of the world. In this video, we will focus on the statue of Zeus at Olympia. How was it made? Who was its sculptor? And what happened to it? We will also read some accounts of the people who had seen the statue with their own eyes. But before we do that, please subscribe to the channel, and if you find this video interesting, hit the like button too. The statue of Zeus at Olympia was commissioned in the latter half of the 5th century BC by the Eleans, who were the custodians of the Olympic Games. It was to be the focal point of their newly constructed Temple of Zeus. Seeking to outdo their Athenian rivals, the Eleans employed the renowned sculptor Phidias. Notably, Phidias had previously crafted the imposing statue of Athena Parthenos, housed within the Parthenon. The already acclaimed artist accomplished the task around 435 BC, and what he made was a colossal seated figure, approximately 12.5 meters or 41 feet tall, which became recognized as one of the most amazing statues ever created. Taking up half the width of the temple's aisle constructed to accommodate it, the statue made a profound impact. In the early 1st century BC, geographer Strabo remarked that the colossal figure gave the impression that if Zeus arose and stood erect, it would unroof the temple. When thinking of the ancient sculptures, we often imagine them being made of stone, but Phidias decided to use a variety of materials in his project. He crafted a chryselephantine sculpture featuring ivory and gold panels arranged on a wooden substructure. Although no marble or bronze replicas have survived, there exist somewhat recognizable yet only approximated renditions on coins from the nearby city-state of Elis and on Roman coins and engraved gems. There are also some descriptions provided by historians and travelers who visited the temple in its heyday that allow us to better understand what the statue looked like. A detailed account left by the 2nd century AD geographer and traveler Pausanias provides a vivid portrayal of the statue. Crowned with an intricately sculpted wreath of olive sprays, the Zeus statue adorned a gilded robe crafted from glass, featuring ornate carvings depicting animals and lilies. In its right hand, the statue held a small chryselephantine figure of the crowned Nike, the goddess of victory, while its left gripped a scepter embellished with a variety of metals, supporting an eagle. The throne itself was a masterpiece, ornamented with painted figures, robe images, and embellishments of gold, precious stones, ebony, and ivory. Below, Zeus's golden sandals rested upon a footstool decorated with a relief depicting the Amazonomachy, a mythological battle between the ancient Greeks and the Amazons, a nation of all-female warriors. Pausanias also notes the meticulous care taken to preserve the statue, as it was consistently coated with olive oil. This preventive measure aimed to counteract the harmful effect on ivory caused by the marshiness of the Altis Grove, the sacred precinct dedicated primarily to Zeus. The area in front of the image was paved with black tiles and enclosed by a raised marble rim serving as a reservoir for the oil. This design created a reflective pool, effectively doubling the perceived height of the magnificent Zeus sculpture. According to Pausanias, when the image was quite finished, Phidias prayed to the god to show by a sign whether the work was to his liking. Immediately, runs the legend, a thunderbolt fell on that part of the floor where down to the present day the bronze jar stood to cover the place. As per the accounts of Roman historian Livy, The Roman general Aemilius Paulus, known for his triumph over Macedon, experienced a profound emotional response upon seeing the statue. Livy notes that Paulus was moved to his soul as if he had seen the god in person. Additionally, the Greek orator Chrysostom from the 1st century AD asserted that a mere glimpse of the statue had the power to make a person forget all their earthly troubles. During the period when Romans dominated Greece, the notorious Roman Emperor Caligula issued a decree to bring from Greece all the statues of renowned gods, celebrated for their sanctity and artistic excellence. According to the Roman historian Suetonius, he intended to replace their heads with his own. This included the statue of Jupiter at Olympia. Jupiter was the Roman name for the Greek Zeus. However, Caligula met his demise in 41 AD, before the plan could be executed. Legend has it that the statue of Jupiter, Zeus, at Olympia foretold the emperor's impending death, emitting a sudden peal of laughter that allegedly caused the scaffolding to collapse, prompting the frightened workmen to flee. The 4th century AD brought significant changes to the religious practices across the Roman Empire, as Christianity officially became the state religion. In 391 AD, the Christian Roman Emperor Theodosius I enacted a ban on participation in pagan cults, leading to the closure of temples, including the sanctuary at Olympia, which subsequently fell into disuse. The details surrounding the eventual destruction of the Zeus statue remain uncertain. According to a tradition recorded by the 11th century Byzantine historian Yorgos Kedrenos, the statue might have been transported to Constantinople, only to meet its demise in the Great Fire of the Palace of Lausus in 475 AD. Alternatively, the fate of the statue might be intertwined with the destruction of the temple itself, which suffered severe damage in a fire in 425 AD. Lucian of Samosata, who lived in the 2nd century, suggests the possibility of earlier loss or damage. He was a Hellenized Syrian satirist, rhetorician, and pamphleteer known for his characteristic, sarcastic style. In one of his works, he mentions the plundering of the statue at Olympia, stating, "They have laid hands on your person at Olympia, my lord high thunderer, and you had not the energy to wake the dogs or call in the neighbors. Surely they might have come to the rescue and caught the fellows before they had finished packing up the loot." The site of the ancient sanctuary at Olympia, long forgotten under landslips and flood siltation, was identified in 1766 by the English antiquarian Richard Chandler. In May 1829, a French team of archaeologists identified with certainty and partially excavated the Temple of Zeus for the first time. Systematic excavation began in 1875 under the direction of the German Archaeological Institute, and has continued with some interruptions to the present time. Remarkably, the remains of the workshop where Phidias created the statue of Zeus have survived and were rediscovered during the 1954 to 1958 excavation. Archaeological finds from the site included tools specifically designed for working with gold and ivory, ivory chippings, precious stones, and terracotta molds. Most of the molds were employed in the creation of glass plaques and in shaping the statue's robe from sheets of glass, which were intricately draped, folded, and subsequently gilded. Notably, a cap bearing the inscription "I belong to Phidias" was uncovered at the site, although skepticism surrounds its authenticity, with many considering it to be a forgery. Though lost to the ages, the memory of the majestic statue of Zeus at Olympia lives on, reminding us of the enduring legacy of ancient Greek craftsmanship. Standing tall within the sanctuary of Zeus, this colossal marvel captured the imagination of countless visitors throughout history, symbolizing the pinnacle of artistic achievement and reverence for the gods. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for another part of this series. Until next time!